What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. We are watching the decline of the AAA gaming industry in real time right now, perfectly exemplified by what just transpired regarding one of the lead developers over at CD PROJEKT RED, the senior lead weapons artist named Michal Kalisz, who dared to have an opinion on Yasuki with Ubisoft's upcoming game Assassin's Creed Shadows. And his opinion is pretty innocuous, pretty safe, just kind of like telling it what it is. And holy crap, the backlash from the woke mob was so bad that he had to retract it and issue an apology saying that he's not able to speak on the matter and shouldn't have written what he did, and then had to put his account into protected mode. What the hell is happening right now? Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full article breaking down the latest situation and the downfall of the AAA gaming industry. And what we have right now is some information from Michal's Twitter, and his tweets were fairly innocuous and safe, and I got a few of them written into my article before I was able to capture screenshots of them, and then he went into protected mode. But these were actual conversations that took place. And unfortunately, he had to go run and hide because he's worried about his job, because he dared have an opinion. It's what gaming has devolved into, and this kind of stuff is not sustainable. You can't keep putting pressure on people to the point of not being able to speak. It's not going to be successful for the longevity of the game industry. But with that being said, let's go through these tweets on what was even wrong with them in the first place, because I'm having trouble figuring that out myself. Maybe you guys can help me. First off, Michal on Twitter said, "The concerns and criticism around Assassin's Creed Shadow are valid, and I personally think it might disrespect Japanese culture with the provided historical inaccuracy. People, especially Japanese people, have full right to oppose trends like this." They do. I mean, yes, that is a very well put tweet, and that's exactly what's transpiring right now. People, especially Japanese people, have taken issue with what Ubisoft and their DEI agenda has done to basically blackface a Japanese character into a game to inject DEI to make sure that they get their narrative pushed out there. And people aren't just accepting it. These days, people are starting to take a big step back and say, whoa, all right, we used to be like, yeah, it's progressive, it's cool, it's okay, but we've reached the point of, all right, this is getting a little overboard right now. We're getting to the point of beyond ridiculous and entering the realm of insanity, Ubisoft. We're gonna, I guess, take a stand here because this is a problem. And oh boy, the backlash in that tweet was so swift that Michal had to write a response follow-up and say, "I've noticed criticism regarding my tweet comment about AC Shadows. After reflecting on it and reading your responses and retweets, I realize I owe you an apology." No, you don't. Like, you have your personal opinion that typically, okay, if you go out of your way to offend people and you're being malicious about it, you're being a complete dick, yeah, okay, I can understand you owe people an apology. But this was a fairly innocuous tweet where you're just stating your feelings on a situation, and it was very safe. There was nothing aggressive about it whatsoever. You owe no one an apology for this. But people, especially on that side of the aisle, are going to be trying to make you cry and feel like what you did is wrong and you need to apologize for it so that they feel justified in their aggressive attacks. Don't ever back down. He continues, "First of all, I acknowledge that I am not qualified to share statements or discuss such topics. Your feedback has highlighted the importance of being more informed and respectful in my opinions." This feels like a ChatGPT response, like someone that's not even sure how to handle a situation, but they feel like they are going to be in trouble for having feelings on a situation and expressing those publicly with their own employer. Like this guy who works at CD PROJEKT RED, you know, the same CD PROJEKT RED that was giving awards for girls going on their period last week. Yeah, I think he has a few concerns with his employer if he seems to step out of line with the narrative that all these AAA companies seem to have right now. That is the most concerning part of all of this. It has also shown me that we should be more open to new ideas and not restrict ourselves too much while creating new worlds. We all draw inspiration from a wide range of media, and that's great. I appreciate your patience and understanding. I've learned something valuable and will strive to do better in the future. This is so painful to read because it's backing down, giving those DEI-driven lunatics a win, making them feel justified and empowered for their aggressive attacks against thinking a little bit differently. Maybe considering all the facts out there and saying, hey, there might be a problem here. We should probably raise a hand and be like, what the hell are we doing with this road we're going down, guys? It's probably not the best direction for us to go as an industry. But he was so quickly shut down by all these haters that he had to acknowledge it and issue this apology and then take his account into protected mode, to which only I could assume he's afraid for his own career. That is so scary, I don't even know where to begin with it. Now, before he took his account into protected mode, I saw a few interactions that he had. Like I said, these were interactions that I was able to copy paste into my article, and when I went to get screenshots of them, they were gone because he went into protected mode. So here's what they said. Elks Gaming said, "How is Yasuki inaccurate though?" And Michal said, "Because there is not enough good historical proof or sources that he was a samurai." Yep. That's the truth. As much as people at Ubisoft and that whole DEI agenda-driven narrative group of people want you to think that they can create a story that never existed and prove to you historically by changing Wikipedia that it did happen, that's the biggest concern in all of this. They're able to create history out of thin air and then push that agenda to you, and if you don't agree with their narrative, you're in the wrong and you need to apologize. Am I insane for thinking this? What is happening right now? But there's even more that happened. Another user expressed words of gratitude for Kalisz's courage to speaking out, and Michal said, "Don't treat my words like oracle. I'm speaking for myself. I'm not sure I'm the right person to discuss this, nor does the issue affect me directly, but I see that some people might have felt disrespected." Apparently, in 2024, people who are not directly impacted by a situation are not allowed to offer an opinion by these crazy woke-driven narrative people. You can't even say anything because they will end your career. They will completely cancel you. They will destroy the entire foundation of what you are built upon if you dare step out of line and question something, which is what this is devolving to. This is not sustainable for the entire AAA industry at large. This is a concerning issue that I'm not trying to blow out of proportion by being crazy on a YouTube video. This is a very serious thing. And shout out to Grums for giving the heads up on this. I forgot to say that at the beginning of the video. But he called this out in a tweet. Senior lead 3D weapons artist at CD PROJEKT RED gets bullied into changing his stance on Assassin's Creed. The dev pressure out there to conform is immense, and if you don't play ball, you will get pushed out. Nobody in AAA gaming is free to speak. I have so many friends and contacts who tell me they will lose their jobs if they say anything. Does this not remind you of Nazi Germany? If you step out of line, you are kicked out? It's kind of crazy, the parallels of communist Russia. You can't say anything anymore. It used to be people could talk freely and express their opinions and have conversations and share their ideas, and people could openly in a public space communicate why they disagree and agree, and we'd all go our merry way and hopefully push the conversation to a better place. And what it's turned into right now is people are now so deathly afraid to speak up that they fall in line just to pay the bills. Okay? That's what we're getting to. And it's even worse in the gaming industry, because the gaming industry, I've worked there before, they don't pay you well enough to survive. It's a very scary world in the game industry. It's very low pay, especially in the lower level positions. Devs do get paid pretty well. I mean, in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, but most of them live in pretty expensive places to be able to work at these locations, like California, where you need to be making six figures to survive here. It's a reality. These people have to keep their jobs in order to keep their livelihood. And that's really scary, that that's what society has devolved into. Anyways, if you guys want more information or all the screenshots that I could get before it went protected, check out the SmashJT.com article. I will link it in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
Smash,